guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and to the OGs, welcome back to the channel. So a few years ago we were doing the lifestyle vlogs, which was really fun. So I'm excited to be back on YouTube and bringing this type of content into the content that I provide to you guys. So hello, and I guess this is kind of like a welcome to YouTube or welcome back to YouTube. This is the vibe for this channel moving forward, and in particular the vibe for the type of content you guys can expect, so that you know what's going on, so that you know when to plug into the podcast, which is Abundant and Aligned if you're not yet a listener, when to find me on Instagram, and then obviously when to tune into YouTube. So I guess the reason I wanted to be back on YouTube and start to create this kind of content is because there's only so much that I can do on social media. I'm mostly on Instagram. Before obviously the time runs out, reels are capped at like 90 seconds currently, or stories lapse. And I wanted a way to talk to you guys in a longer format. Obviously the podcast kind of has that vibe, but you can't see my face, and it's cool, I know, to like tune into YouTube as well and have these vlog type style content. The vibe with the videos over here on YouTube are, I want you guys to be able to like tune in to mindset content and all of the stuff that I deliver while you're like cooking your dinner or getting ready in the morning, or just put it on your TV, like however you're currently listening or watching YouTube vlogs or tuning into that type of content. I now want to be a part of this world as well. So again, you can kind of just like hit play on this type of content whenever you want to tune in. Like I said, obviously we can just be sitting here and chatting for as long as we need. I want to keep these like super conversational, super chilled, and yeah, just like a little snippet of some cool content that you can just hit play on whenever you need some inspiration, some motivation, or if you're ready to start to learn more about the subconscious mind, energy healing, manifestation, whatever. Again, you can just kind of hit play, plug into it whenever you want and wherever you usually tune into your YouTube vlogs. The kind of content, if you've been in my world for a little while, you would know, but if you are new to my world, manifestation, subconscious mind, stepping into your power, energy healing, the importance of your thoughts and feelings and the impact that that has on your reality, how your brain works, all of the things. This is the type of content you can expect from me. So if you're new around here, welcome. I'm very excited and grateful to have you in my world. So that's that. That's the vibe you can expect over here on YouTube. Make sure you've subscribed, because YouTube will send you a notification when I've got a new video out for you guys. Comment below if you are excited for this type of content. And yeah, I'm excited for this like new little wave in the business. So I thought to kick us off today, I didn't want to purely just keep this at a welcome video. I wanted to make it valuable and worth your time. I want to kind of talk today about the idea that you can have it all. And I know that's not really a phrase that we hear very often, particularly, I guess we're kind of the first generation that's starting to believe that. But before that, and the way we all got brought up was like, you need to go to uni and get a job, and you need to save all your money and buy a house and put leftover money in super. And it's kind of like you either have success or you have the fun and adventure. And there was no paradigm that was really spoken about where you could have both. I'm a believer that you can have it all, and you can have anything you desire once you learn how to get beyond any limiting version of you. And as the title says, this is how you can start to manifest anything. And I'm not here to like, what's the word when you like show up, you try and pretend to be someone else and like they get catfished. I'm not here to catfish you. When I wrote the title Manifest Anything, like I truly do believe you can, and I'm going to help you do that. But I wanted to focus the video on today on like the one thing that a lot of people forget when it comes to manifestation, and this one thing that you can tweak, which will help you step beyond the feeling of stuckness that you may have right now, and any feeling of resistance that you may have right now. And I guess, yeah, actually start to create the things that you want in your life. And that is the subconscious mind. Again, if you're new around here, welcome to like my favorite thing to talk about ever, because it changed everything for me in business. It changed everything in the way that I make money, how much I make. It changes everything in terms of what I believe is possible for us. And like I said, I believe you can have everything. So the subconscious mind, I'm very confident you've probably heard of it before. I guess I wanted to like talk about the main principles of the subconscious mind why it's important to be aware of the program or the beliefs that you have within the subconscious mind, and ultimately how to upgrade the programs or the beliefs within the subconscious mind. So firstly, the subconscious mind, part of your brain, the control system, I call it, or your computer, to everything that you believe, think, feel. 95% of who you are is coming from the subconscious mind. Your mind was programmed just like a computer when you were in your early stages of life. So in particular, between the ages of 0 to about 7, your brainwave frequency were in what's called a theta brain frequency, which is a slower brain frequency to what you are probably in right now. So there's beta, which is your learning, your conscious state. Alpha is slower, which is what you usually go into typically of an evening, like when you're starting to get a bit sleepy, you're starting to chill, you're starting to slow down, you go into that alpha frequency. Theta is when you're in a light sleep, and then delta is when you're in a deep sleep. You can tap into these frequencies in other ways, such as during meditation. Going back to the early stages, 0 to 7 years, your brain frequency remained in that theta frequency. So that theta frequency is similar to being in a hypnosis. And you were in that like hypnosis-like state between the ages of 0 to 7, obviously, so you could learn how to be a functioning human. You could learn how to talk, how to walk, how to communicate and fit into your society, you know, how just to like learn to be a human being that can function in the world. After 7, you still continue to learn things, and we'll come to that in a second, but most of your beliefs, your values, the personality, your identity was all downloaded and programmed between those early stages of life. Bruce Lipton says that the early stages of life, the programming that you had in the early stages of life, is the program that you run most of your life from. This is why it's really important to understand your subconscious programs, because if you are not programmed to perform a function, you will not be able to see that in your life. So literally just like, you know, when you buy a computer and you buy the computer and then you want to use the software Microsoft Word. In order to use Microsoft Word, you need to download Microsoft Word, and then you can open up a Word document and then use the platform. Your mind come unprogrammed. And between those early stages of life, you were downloading everything you got told, everything you experienced, everything you observed. You didn't actually have a filter to filter out what was true or false, wrong or right. You just downloaded it all. That program is now what you're running your life from. So if you were trying to do something, like if you're trying to work on Microsoft Word on your laptop, but you've never downloaded Microsoft Word, you can't use Microsoft Word. So that's kind of what's going on for you right now. If things are typically hard for you, or if you face a lot of resistance, you haven't yet downloaded Microsoft Word. To kind of get a bit of an understanding about what your subconscious program is just take a look around at your life, and if things are hard for you, or if it seems to be saturated in some level of resistance for you, you simply don't have the program for it within the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind can be upgraded. So take a look around at your life. What's hard? What's usually full of resistance? For a lot of women in my world, a lot of my clients, it's making money, it's feeling worthy, it's understanding that they can have a life beyond what they were once told. But take a look around at your life. What's typically hard? What's full of resistance? And then take a look as well as like the things that you got told growing up. So in particular, when it comes to money, what's required to be successful, maybe you watched your dad work really, really hard. So now that's your understanding of what's required to be successful. You know, comments that were made to you in terms of whether you're worthy, whether you're deserving, whether you're good enough. These kind of things is what shaped you, is what has formed your programming. So establishing firstly what the program is super important. And then you can start to understand where the conflict lies. And again, it's likely if you are feeling stuck, or if you are procrastinating, or if you're working really hard and you're wondering where the hell the results are and how come I'm not building this momentum that I see is possible, it may need that you need to upgrade the subconscious program. So when you are doing the exercise of just firstly creating the awareness, like what's hard, where's the resistance, what did I get told growing up by my parents, what did I observe? When you start to notice the conflict, then it becomes obvious where you need to focus your time and attention and what new program you need. Let's just assume that you do need to upgrade the software, you need to download a new program in order to perform a new function, see change in your life. print out a new reality. As I mentioned before, between the ages of 0 to 7, you were mostly downloading the programs because you were in that theta frequency. So there was no filter. There was nothing in there to say, this is wrong, this is right, this is true, this is false. You're just downloading it all. You can get yourself back into that state by getting into a hypnosis state or a deep meditation. In the show notes below, I've actually linked a mental rehearsal meditation which will help you do this. I will note, just like anything with meditation, if you're new to it, just practice it. You know, practice makes perfect. Initially, it might be difficult for you to kind of get into a state where you are calm and relaxed and slowing down the frequency to the point where you're in that theta frequency, but over time you will get better at that. But what this is going to do is begin to slow the brain waves down and get yourself back into that theta frequency, which is when you can then access the computer system and start to download the new programs. So you can do that by visualizing the life that you want to create and start feeling into the new program. So for example, if you want to make more money in your business, if you were already making the desired income that you want, how would you feel? It's likely that you would not be feeling scarce or lack. You would be feeling abundant and wealthy and successful. So it's important to show your body those new feelings when you're visualizing the desire that you want to call in during that mental rehearsal meditation. But ultimately what you're doing is starting to ferment the subconscious mind in a new way of thinking and feeling and believing, downloading the new programs. The other way you can do this is that theta frequency, which is similar to hypnosis, is the state that you go into when you're in a light sleep. Knowing this, you can obviously like optimize that part of your day or night by listening to an audio track where you're listening to the new program. So actually recording your own audio track of you repeating I am statements of things that you want to now create in your life and putting that in your ears as you're falling to sleep and allowing new programs to be downloaded by the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind never switches off. So obviously you go to sleep, consciously you're asleep, but the subconscious mind never turns off. So if you're listening to the new programs and you're downloading the new program, the subconscious mind can start to ferment on the new way of being, the new beliefs that you want to install. The subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and just an experience. So if you can impress these new suggestions on the subconscious mind every single day and have this repetition a part of your practices, once it's impressed upon the subconscious mind, it will take it in as truth. Once it is taken in as truth and whatever is impressed on the subconscious mind, it will see to it. So if you have the program that making money is easy, once that has been impressed on the subconscious mind, it will see to it. You will start to notice opportunities of making money and, you know, like new financial pathways popping up for you because you're running off the new program where money is easy and not money is hard, for example. So starting to download the new software of, you know, the program that you would need in order to perform the function that you want to perform. Why I'm so passionate about this is I see so many of my clients and I see this in them because I did this a lot in my early stages of business. And what they're usually doing is trying to consciously do something new, like growing a business or trying to make more money, but they're running off this old limiting software. And unless you have upgraded the software, that limiting software will always prevail. So by the age of 30, 95% of who you are is coming from that subconscious mind. So if within that subconscious mind you have a limiting software about what's possible for you, about what's required to make money, about what success looks like, about your worthiness, that subconscious program will always prevail. So if over here consciously you're like, but I have the vision board and I'm doing the affirmations and, you know, I'm trying really hard, I'm working really hard. If you are still running off that old program, that will prevail over anything that you're like physically doing over here. So whenever there is a conflict, the subconscious mind will always win. So this is where I see it so much. It's like, you know, but I'm working really hard and I'm putting a lot of hours in and, you know, they're doing the do, but it doesn't matter how much stuff they're doing or how many hours they're exchanging. Again, if the subconscious program is in conflict to what they're consciously trying to do, the subconscious mind will prevail. Ultimately, it comes down to understanding your subconscious program. So peeling back the layers. What were you told as a child? What did you experience? What observations did you make? What did you download as a child? For most people, that's not something that you can just recall easily and consciously. So this is a lot of the work that I do with my clients. It's like getting them into a meditation state where I ask them certain questions and they're reminded of certain events or beliefs that were downloaded during those early stages. But essentially the awareness is first. What are my programs? What's the software that I'm running off? And again, the easiest way to do that is just take a look at your life. Whatever is in your life right now, you have the software for it. Understanding what it is and then figuring out what the new program would be. So figuring out, what do I want to do? Do I want to make more money, grow my business, meet the love of my life? Like whatever you want to do, how would I need to think and feel, and what beliefs would I need to have, or what program would I need to have in order for that to be my life? And then get to work on downloading the new programs. So meditating, listening to the audio track as you go to sleep, starting to think and feel like the person that would already have what you want, and you're starting to embody the new program. Again, do this repetitively, because that's how the subconscious mind works. It works on repetition. Do this repetitively, like literally every single day. And obviously in meditation, you can do this, but like by starting to think and feel differently, it's even happening when you're not meditating. So doing this every single day, eventually the subconscious mind will be reprogrammed. Once it's impressed on the subconscious mind, it will see to it. And this is where you see the quantum leaps happen. This is where you see women, and I see my clients go through this all the time, when they make these shifts within the subconscious mind and within their being, as opposed to just doing more, change can happen really fast. And again, the title is Manifest Anything, because nothing is off limits when you are someone who already feels like they have what they want, and the subconscious program is reflective of that. There is nothing you can't have in this physical world. A lot to kind of think about. And like I said, if you have clicked on this video because you are feeling stuck, or you procrastinate, or the dream life that you are desiring feels so far away, I would encourage you to just pause on trying to do more, or like show up more on social media, or physically do stuff. Just pause on that, or don't assume you need to keep doing more and more and more, and instead take a look at the subconscious mind, take a look at the programs, and do the reflection on what kind of needs to be upgraded in order for you to upgrade your life. There we go. Your welcome video to YouTube, plus some valuable content for you. Let me know in the comments below if you found this one super valuable. And like I said, go and download that mental rehearsal meditation and incorporate this. I do recommend doing that before bed, again, because the brain waves are slower. When brain waves are slower, I don't think I said this before, but the conscious mind's kind of turned off, like the gatekeeper has been quietened down. That's the filter. So when you are saying affirmations in your waking conscious state, it's usually going to be blocked immediately by that filter system, which is consumed with all of your limiting beliefs about what you got told growing up about why that statement is not true. Bruce Lipton also says 95% of who you are is a program, and 60% of that program is limiting. So it's important to shut down the filter system so that you can start to actually access the operating system and then do the upgrading that is required. So that mental rehearsal will take you through that. I am going to leave it there. Thank you so much for tuning in to our first of many videos. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you are always kept up to date on new videos from me. And yeah, if you love this one, I would be so grateful if you could leave a comment below or send me a message on Instagram and let me know your feedback. Amazing. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.